Hey guys, all right. So this is something I usually don't do, but it's something I've been like meaning to do. These kind of videos that I kind of want to do. Um, Things that I see and I kind of want to like react and give my 2 cents about because other than me, who else am I really gonna tell? Who else gives a damn? Who else is gonna give their opinion of? I don't give a shit either. But this gives me a perfect like way to kind of express what I am feeling now. Today I was watching ReviewTechUSA, which is one of the YouTubers that I watch, and I honestly think I love most of his material. There's very few videos that he puts out that I actually don't like. And today he showed this video of a video to talk about to open up the discussion of this dad who made his kid smash his Xbox and his Xbox 360 and Xbox One because of poor grades. Now I'm going to show you guys the video, and then I'm going to tell you what I believe about what I saw. More or less the ideology of parenting kids and video games as a whole.
It's not my fault.
Let's go.
It's not my fault that I didn't get him.
Let's go.
It's not my fault that I didn't get him though.
Let's go. You've had 3 weeks, Jason. Let's go.
It's not my fault. My teacher
Too bad.
doesn't want to give it to
Let's
me.
go.
It's not my fault.
Now.
I hate my life.
Let's go. Let's go. Next one. Let's go. Next one. Let's go.
No.
Excuse you? Pick up the fucking sledgehammer and smash it.
But it's not my fault.
Now.
It's not my fault.
Okay.
It's my teacher's fault.
Let's go. Let's go, Jason.
I can't.
Do it. Do it or I do it.
I can't.
Do it or I'm gonna do it.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Yep, you're gonna do it right now.
I can't.
Let's go.
I can't do it.
You're gonna do it right now, Jason. Let's go.
I can't do it.
I'm tired of waiting.
I can't.
Let's go, Jason.
I can't do it.
Pick up the fucking hammer and do it.
I can't.
There is a lot of things about that video that I know that some people are gonna kind of go like, oh, the dad was too harsh, or like other people are gonna be like, oh, the kid should understand that he has responsibilities. He needs not just be a kid, but he also has responsibilities of making sure you get your homework done. Not necessarily make honor roll, but at least make a good effort at it. And if something is preventing that from happening, then we need to eliminate that. One of the things that really got to me, like the first thing I was just like, yeah, I don't feel any pity, is when the kid goes, it's not my fault. He said it repeatedly and then added, it's my teacher's fault. Now, in my opinion, I believe that is a lack of taking responsibility. And it didn't happen once. He said, it's not my fault, it's not my fault, it's not my fault, repeatedly, as if like the fact that he gets bad grades is not, he has no control over that. Now, if his parents, not just the dad, but if the parents were just kind of like, okay, well, we didn't give a shit until we saw your grades. I'm like, oh, now we give a shit. Now we gotta do something. That's slightly different, but at the same time, this is this kid's life. If the parents are kind of like, well, we're sending you to a place for 8 hours. Try to do well in that 8 hours that you got, because when you come home and just play video games, you're not really doing good on the only job you have as a child, which is go to school and do well. Now, if it's one of those things like the kid is being an asshole and it's just kind of like, well, I don't care. I'm not gonna pay attention to school. I'm gonna fall asleep in class. I'm gonna come home and play video games or whatever. That's obviously the kid kind of going, I don't give a shit. Screw yourself. Also, with the kid saying, I hate my life, that triggered something in me. Now, keep in mind, I am a gamer. I've been a gamer for as long as I can remember. Not just playing video games, the concept of video games, the video game industry, the video game culture altogether. I have been part of that in some way, shape, or form. So I understand what it's like to be a gamer. However, I also understand the balance. Just because he had to smash his Xbox because he failed in his ability to improve on his grades must mean that he obviously holds playing video games at such a high level or standard. It's kind of like that really shouldn't be the thing. These things are privileges. These things are recreational. These things are not necessities. It's not like, oh, the father was like, oh, you don't get to eat for a week, or like, oh, you don't get to go to sleep now. Like, oh, we're not going to buy you no clothes. We're going to take all your clothes. We're going to be just like, here's this, potato sack. Here you go. He was like, all right, this thing that's distracting you from the one thing that we really kind of require you to do, you failed at that. You are constantly kind of giving us the finger about that on a regular basis. So we have to find a way to improve your grades. And if we have to get rid of the distraction being the video game, then so be it. Now, video games aren't the answer to problems. I need to make that clear. Like I said, I am a gamer myself, and I completely understand that games can be helpful on many different aspects. So I'm reading my notes, so I'm always going to be looking down. But if it gets in the way of your responsibility, even as an adult, if you are playing video games more so than taking care of your kids, well, to the fullest, not like, oh yeah, I take care of my kids, and I see this all the time, mostly in the projects that I have experienced, and like, other parents and other kids, like, oh yeah, I do my thing. I'm like, then where's your kids? I don't know. It's like, 6 o'clock at night. What do you mean you don't know? Like, I'm sure they can take care of themselves. I'm like, Tiffany 6. What do you mean? Like, at least know where they are. I'm not saying you need to be behind them going, hey, what you're doing. Like, like, have an idea where your kids are, have an idea of what you're doing. And like, if you don't know, at least have a good, like, some of them just like, oh, I was just sitting here doing nothing, watching TV. It's like, responsibilities have to come before recreation. If you take recreation before responsibility, that's a problem. People who do pot, to some people, not my opinion, but to some people, pot's not a problem. Like, okay, it is if pot takes over responsibility. And now this kid kind of goes, okay, well, these video games meant more to me than keeping my grades up than what I'm supposed to do. That is the problem. That is the kid who goes, I hate my life because I can't do the recreational stuff more so than my responsibilities. And we can't raise kids this way. And honestly, the parent, the dad, who was like, okay, I'm taking this away from you, and you have to do it so you understand I mean business. I gave you the opportunity. I'm assuming, once again, the video doesn't show any kind of deal, or the father doesn't talk about like, oh, we had to talk about this, but this is not the first time we had to talk about it. We're now at this level. But it's still the idea that this is your one job. You might have chores when you get back, but honestly, this is your one job that we require you to do all the time. Go to school, do decently well. We're not saying, I don't know, maybe the dad's like, oh, you didn't make honor roll, smash that Xbox, but it doesn't look like that. It doesn't feel like that. It seems like this kid kind of got D's and F's, and it's like, it's not my fault. It's the teacher's fault. And it's just like, smash that thing. Like, that dad had more patience than me because I would have smashed it. Let me tell you about this time that, and Danny might be kind of mad about this, but in the beginning of our relationship, I took Brooklyn out to go get some groceries, and she was like, "Oh, Nick, can I go get this?" I'm like, "All right, if it's $1, all right, go get it. Can I get this?" And then she kind of come back with one thing. I want this. I'm like, "Are you sure?" Like, "Oh, no." She kept going back out, come back, get something else. I'm like, "Are you sure?" No. She finally came down like, "Can I get something that's $2?" I'm like, "You know what? Yeah, sure, that's cool." So we get the groceries, I pay for it all, and we're in the car, and she's eating the cookie, like there's like little Captain Crunch kind of things. And she's like, "Nick, you know how you said that like we shouldn't just sneak out in the middle of the night and just grab food from the fridge?" I'm like, "Yeah, especially when I say like, we have dinner, you choose not to eat dinner, so you don't just sneak out in the middle of the night and raid the fridge. That's not gonna be a thing." She goes, "Well, I did it last night," and I was like, I grabbed the box, rolled down the window, chucked it. And she was like, oh, I'm like, I don't care if that cost me $2. I don't care if that cost me $200. If you're gonna disrespect me, like, bad enough you did it. Bad enough you did it. But you told me about it. Like, what are you gonna do about it? I'm like, first of all, I'm gonna chuck that out the window. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, it's the idea. Like, for some reason nowadays, kids have this level of feeling privileged and like, oh, I should just get these things. It's like, no, people work hard for these things. People had to sacrifice to get these things for you or these things for them or everything else. And if you just kind of spit in their face by not even doing the smallest thing required of you, sneaking out to get food or keeping your grades up. Luckily, Brooklyn keeps her grades up, so I don't even really get mad. She gets sassy, but not with me. But like, I think it was that time that she kind of realized, okay, he means business. He will smash things. He will destroy whatever if it's gonna show that he means business. Because I'm not gonna be made a fool of if I'm doing you a favor. If I help you out and you spit in my face, I will destroy whatever I gave you. Simple, just how I do it. So when I saw this video, I wasn't like, oh, that dad went too far. I was like, go dad, power to the dad. That's how you're supposed to be. You have to let kids know there are consequences to your actions. Everything you choose to do in life has consequences. Now, this generation of children, in my honest opinion, a certain demographic, and I'm not going to speak about that demographic, but that's my opinion to hold, believe that they're just entitled to privileges. And in my opinion, that just shouldn't be the case. And I obviously already talked about that. A lot of parents right now, like other people will kind of go, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do that. Yeah. And I'm like, no, like a lot of you parents don't do that. A lot of you parents kind of go, well, like, like especially single parents kind of go, well, I feel bad for them. Like, if you feel bad for them, then discipline them. Make them be better. Make them make better decisions than what you did. Don't just kind of be like, oh, I feel bad. Okay, just open up the fridge. Just have whatever you want. We'll find a way to make up for the rest of the month. Or like, oh, I'm just going to buy these things for them and we'll find a way to make it work. Like, I understand rewarding and praising for good behavior, but you're not rewarding and praise for bad behavior. Don't keep your grades up. Bad behavior. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. If you're cussing, being sassy, if you're talking back, like openly being disrespectful just because you can, no, no privileges, no pluses, no gold star, none of that bullshit. Just you gotta. All right, one of the things I'm gonna say this real quick. One of the things I don't like is when people kind of go, "Well, kids will be kids." I'm like, okay, I understand that. I totally get it. Parents need to be parents. Parents need to be able to put the law down and be like, okay, this is what you can do and this is what you can't do. You want to not do stuff, that's fine. You get consequences for not doing stuff. You want to do good things, you get consequences for doing good things. But if you kind of go, well, let little Johnny do whatever he wants to do, or let little Kathy do whatever she wants to do. I'm like, you can't. You're a parent, and those kids are your responsibility. Even for me, like, I want to be involved with my son's life, even though I am so far away. I still, want to know, hey, buddy, how was school? What you do? I even talk to his mom, which is sometimes hard for me, but I still do it because I care about my son. I want him to grow up well. I want him to grow up better than me. I want him to go better than anybody. I want him to change the world, but that doesn't happen by itself. Nothing happens by itself. And parents kind of go, oh, my kids know what's right and what's wrong. I'm like, well, why are they doing wrong? Why are they doing wrong? That's my opinion. And I already talked about my personal experience with the whole Brooklyn thing. It's the idea of just, I'm not going to be made a fool of because you think you can. Like, I'm not going to make an effort to help you out or treat you good if you're going to spit in my face about it. Not going to happen. And Brooklyn picked up on that pretty quickly, and so did Caitlin. And it's not like they hate me. Like, I don't think I've ever even came in a situation like, oh, Nick, we hate you. Honestly, I think more times than not, it's like, oh, Nick, when I leave, okay, Nick, bye, I love you. And like, wow. That is amazing that, like, they know that I care through these actions. Because if I didn't care, I'd be like, I don't care what you kids do. Eat that shit. Like, I don't give a shit, but I do. I love these kids. I love Danny. So I want to make the best effort. And if you're a parent, be a parent. If you go, well, kids are going to be kids. Well, then let parents be parents. Let parents parent their kids. So, like, in my opinion, I don't think this dad was wrong. I understand that parents need to be compassionate. I understand that parents need to be understanding. And this is something that every parent should have and be. But at the same time, parents need to be able to put the foot down to make their kids better, to make the generation better, to make sure that whenever we pass on, that, like, our kids are going to be like, okay, well, our kids are going to do well. They're going to do well. They're going to do good. They're not going to just be like, welfare babies. They're not going to be, single moms at the age of 16 because they just like to party all the time. They have to be guided into the right direction. And no, kids do not just know things. No one just knows things. You're not just 18 and just know how to do life. You have to be guided through your parents. And we as parents now, I'm sure some of you guys are, some of you guys might not be, some of you guys probably not ever want to be. It's going to happen. But when it happens, you have to understand these children are going to be looking at you, your actions, what you say, and what you do, and what you allow. And that will define who they are. And if you fuck that up, I'm going to say, if you fuck that up, that fucks it up for everybody else. So stop fucking that up. This dad, in my opinion, is a hero. I will clap his name for all eternity and say, yeah, that dude, because you have to be able to go, what you're doing here is wrong. Because if you just let it go, the grades will never improve. He'll keep playing video games, keep siphoning money out of his parents' account. Please understand, anytime I ever had to discipline Brooklyn or Caitlin, or even Xavier, even when he was like 1 or 2, I was like, buddy, I know you don't really understand the words that I'm saying right now, but I need you to understand what you did was wrong. You can't do that. And you'd be looking at me like, I don't understand adult language. I'm like, hey, this is just how it is. I need you to understand. I'm about to spank you. But this is why it's going to happen. Pop. There we go. Pop, pop if it needs to be. Pop, 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 pop if it needs to happen. Parents got to be parents. And you guys should just seriously step up. This guy should be your role model. I'm not saying just be vicious. I'm not saying be malicious. I'm not saying be evil. I'm saying when your kids do wrong, correct it. When your kids do right, praise it. That's how that works. It's not like, oh, I do it sometimes. I do it every now and again. No, you're a parent. That's a 24-hour thing. You wake up, you're a parent. You go to bed, you're a parent. You're sleeping, you're a parent. Guess what? When you're working, you're not only an employee of wherever you're working at, you're also a parent. Get that straight. Get that in your head. I promise you, your life will be better. My opinion, if you don't like it, fight me. Leave a comment. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.